gentlemen, into the second Premier League. Would you please welcome the Belgian World Cup star that is the Hurricane, Kim Huybrechts! And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome back the current world #1, the reigning and defending Betway Premier League champion, and ladies and gentlemen, the reigning two-time champion of the world, mighty Michael
reception for Michael van Gerwen, who returns from a back injury. Had to pull out of last week Premier League in Exeter and the UK. Rod Harrington, you were checking him out as he walked onto the stage there. Any problems he could see?
No, he looked absolutely fine. I think the only thing is because he's probably got more of a prominent lean forward than most players, that's where the extra pressure comes on his lower back. But at the moment, he looks absolutely fine, and he's been practicing for the last 2 days. And if he'd have had any twinges out of it, that was when, you know, it would have come out. But he seems fine, he seems smart, he's smiling, he seems upbeat, so perhaps business as usual for MVG.
Huybrechts, the only player still looking for his first win. Not really the time you want to be running into MVG.
No, and I mean, it was normally Phil Taylor that got that extra reception out of the big crowds, and as you can hear, it's now Michael van Gerwen, so Kim's going to have to put up with that extra noise as well as playing the best player on the planet at the moment.
Turned over to jump part and Rod stood.
Thanks, Dave. Yes, this is going to be an interesting and informative game of darts. What's really happening here with Michael van Gerwen's back? Stories doing the rounds and caused by sneezing and coughing and putting his back out. Other people claiming that no, it's more serious than that. Let's see how he plays tonight against the Hurricane Kim Huybrechts, a man who defeated him at the Grand Slam of Darts in 2014, but has then lost 12 of their subsequent 13 meetings. What's your appraisal, John?
Well, I think it will be interesting to see how comfortable Michael is. Myself included, I feel some people feel that his stance would lead to problems eventually. Is that the case or not? We don't know. But we do know anytime a back injury is involved, it can be tricky. It doesn't always, it just doesn't come and go like that. It can be recurring, even if it is something else.
He didn't play in Exeter last week. It's okay because he can make up the extra fixture, but he didn't play at the UK Open. That's not okay because he can't make up the ranking points or trouser the big check.
Or continue the streak of big wins.
Well, yeah.
Fell behind even further in the total tournament victories in 2017. At some point, that's got to start bothering until he puts it right. Or two right.
Yes. I don't know how bothered he'll be about Huybrechts' start, but Huybrechts can go out in 14, 15. And he goes in the end. Eventually, Van Gerwen loses the first leg.
He's won, I think, the last 7 against Kim, and he might be slightly disinterested. We see that from time to time with Michael. So you don't want to read too much into anything. Great answer to a 134 is a 180.
Well, last week, Kim Huybrechts rallied from 3-6 behind to draw with fellow cellar dweller Jelle Klaassen. Hang on a minute. Oh my! Well, that is so unlucky. It's not counting at all, but even doing counting in the 20, it would be disappointing, John, from a 9-dart perspective. He had that 9-darter against Van Gerwen in Wolverhampton. Dave and Rod were chatting about.
And now that he's got to hope to get a break chance. It's treble 19. This to hold throw. It's a test. Treble 19. It's there, so double 16. And the world #1 throws like it.
Well, terrific checkout in any circumstances, but particularly when Huybrechts was sniffing a break opportunity.
Well, and particularly in such an aggressive break opportunity. It was a brilliant leg for Kim against throw. Michael really had to do well to defend there.
Yeah. Well, Huybrechts had the maximum and then the phantom maximum, which almost led to a 9-dart opportunity. I tell you what, he's throwing beautifully, the Hurricane. Very early on in the piece, but both players averaging 113.
99.
Michael is being pushed.
But now doing the pushing himself to leave 82 after 9. Huybrechts can't go out at 164. Again, this is a decent leg from Huybrechts, but it may be rendered inadequate. He's left 36 after 12. Van Gerwen wants double 16. Well, he created and crafted the chance for himself, but could not convert.
That last dart was ugly. That's a good one to adjust down. And he gets it in 14. You could feel maybe he was a bit lucky. Maybe a bit of rust from Michael on that last dart, that 12th dart. I think he might have even hit his eye with the flight in the back motion of the throw. He kind of indicated something like that. Or nose or something. Sometimes you hit your face, you just go back too far.
114.
Two misses
57
enabled Huybrechts to get that leg. Remember last week Peter Wright averaging 119.5, which is the second highest ever televised average, behind Van Gerwen's 123.4.
96. Michael van 87. 47.
Just peppering the board. Missed the 12 there. Really doesn't matter in the context of the leg. I think he just wants to build up that good feeling to rat-a-tat-tat the 12 and less legs in. 13 will have to do this time.
Couple of legs apiece. What happens here for Kim Huybrechts is that the pressure keeps coming back onto his throw. Van Gerwen holding and then pressuring the Huybrechts throw, and sooner or later you get the feeling that it will crack, John. That's what usually happens, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and 60, a big opening, but not such a big punishment. Only 83 for Michael.
96. 95.
He certainly isn't impressed with his effort. 83 and 95. He wants to break this leg and not really putting a lot of pressure. And with pressure off, Kim digs out a 180. Michael will be beside himself.
99. 58.
Yeah, well, sure about that, and not sure about the outcome either, but he will get 3 at this 107. He might have 6 at it, but he can't guarantee that. Treble 17 leaves double 18.
89.
He did not want to do that.
Yeah, Michael with this kind of showpiece out, 135. Going with the ball, so treble 20 to come back at the ball. It's not quite clicking for Michael. Not all the shots in any case. Double 9. Can always be awkward because of that. 1 dart left for double 4 to hold throw.
Well, in many ways that wasn't the bad visit. It was the one before when he came inside double 18. But in any regard, Van Gerwen has been too accurate on the ball, and he's busted. That's in the 19. He's bust. What a blunder. The first dart, well, you can say he was unlucky. He was too accurate. The second, though, was a mistake. So are these. Double 1. Good grief, John. That will feel wonderful to Kim Huybrechts, but it will feel awful to Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Michael is getting the full extension of his elbow. I'm wondering if the back might be just a little bit tender, and that would have caused him to pull down if he didn't quite get the full extension on that single effort at 7. That would have caused him to pull down into the 19 like that. That might have caused him also to be close to his face. That time he hit his face going for double 16. I believe he did anyway.
120.
It's the release of the world champion. He made the point about his pronounced lean, John. He's still a young man. It may well be that in time he will have to find some kind of adjustment to his throwing technique.
Well, which is something all the players are hoping he will have to do, because it might not work out. His fans, of course, want him to play even better. And that could be a result as well. We don't know. It's all hypothetical. He could throw just like this for another 20 years, perhaps.
Many golfers have changed their swing to prolong their career or improve their technique. And here Huybrechts is looking to pepper the green bit. Consider it peppered, but still tops for Van Gerwen.
Yeah, I think Van Gerwen's technique is quite good. It's excellent. It's just a matter of whether it's practical over time.
3 each here at the Hydro in Glasgow. 3-2 on the maximum count to the Hurricane Huybrechts. Check that. Check the stats. Make it 3 each. Already wins tonight for Adrian Jackpot Lewis and Peter Snakebite Wright.
131.
An opening. He's on for the 9. And he might need it to break in this leg, because Kim is looking to leave a double if he can get a couple of trebles.
Well, can Van Gerwen return serve? Huybrechts with the 9-darter in Wolverhampton against the Green Machine. Van Gerwen can only get 7 parts of the way there.
That could be useful if he gets a treble 19, but just missing it.
52, Michael van Gerwen, 32.
For the break. Needs to move up for double 8. He's getting further away. Double 4 is right in. Shows you what it means to him. He wants a win tonight. He does not want a loss against a player at the bottom of the table, Rod. Not on return from an injury. He wants to prove to everybody that he is just as lethal as he was before last week.
Indeed. He will not leave Glasgow top of the tree, though, whatever he does here, because Peter Wright is up to 9 points. Van Gerwen can only get to 8, although he does have that game in hand from last week. Huybrechts, however, you're absolutely right, John, despite that 4th maximum, is staring at leaving Scotland bottom of the table, because he has 3 points alongside Jelle Klaassen, who's yet to play Van Barneveld.
Really great quality here. Both averaging over 100, pushing each other.
Well, Huybrechts' best performance of the 2017 Premier League.
105.
Without question. Still looking for his first win of the year, and his first win since winning against Van Barneveld in 2015, and he really needs this 76. 2 at double 8. 1 at double 8. Oh, lovely.
Kim Huybrechts.
Cool, calm, and collected, and he collects the 8th leg. It's 4 each.
Yeah, no rush there. He just took a couple of steps to his right, opened up the target, able to use the first dart that missed. Really excellent job to break back straight away.
Really was. And a really excellent match, John.
87.
MVG averaging 105 and change. Huybrechts just over the ton, as you see.
60.
He has played well in his previous appearance in the Premier League in 2015. Still got relegated,
60.
but he threw some decent stuff in and amongst.
Another good effort, so some daylight. Well, there was. Trust me, he was ahead. Now he's behind.
Well, after the daylight comes darkness in the form of a 5th max from Van Gerwen.
105.
Huybrechts leaves 96 after 12, and it's very decent.
98. Kim Huybrechts, 96.
Important moments at the back end of this match now. Great dart. 2 in his locker. 1 at double 9. He had problems with this before. Oh, not this time. That's fabulous finishing from Kim Huybrechts. Really top quality leg there from the Belgian.
And from Michael, he pressured exquisitely. And when you see a fella celebrate like Kim just did there on his own throw, that means the opponent's done something well.
Absolutely.
140.
A couple of missed darts at double, if you want to be absolutely picky by Van Gerwen. That was in the 3rd leg, but apart from that, he's pressured the Huybrechts throw time and time again, but more often than not, Huybrechts has had an answer. In fact, 4 times out of 5 he's had the answer on his own darts.
We've had a whopping 9 180s in the match. A few legs to go, perhaps.
Well, if Van Gerwen wins this leg, as he really ought to from here, John, it will go all the way to 12 legs, guaranteed. It'll either be 7-5 one way or the other, or a draw. Double 8 then for Michael.
71. Kim Huybrechts, 161.
Well, this would shake the joint.
Michael van 16.
This is where he needs to show. He's in control, and he does. 1 dart.
Michael van Gerwen. 11th leg is Kim the throw first.
That's where those shots, normally you feel he'll never miss that, but when you come back from any kind of absence, you're just wondering, is it in his head? There he answered, no, it's not. I have this under control.
Well, a leg here.
96.
Kim Huybrechts is targeting on his own throw, which will guarantee a point here against Michael van Gerwen.
114.
And he's on target twice with 2 big trebles at the start of it. So van Gerwen chasing 3.
95.
Kim Huybrechts now, John, possibly 6 darts away from a very precious point against the world #1.
Yeah, and you can't say it's because he's not himself. 106 average. Maybe he could have played a little bit better, but still, it's a really good performance from Michael that Kim is playing into. He might need this. He might need this double-8.
120.
He's had one of these in the Premier League this year already. He will not have a second, so Huybrechts has got 3 darts here. They couldn't convert these kind of opportunities to beat Phil Taylor a couple of weeks back in Brighton. And he hasn't converted that either. So 4 darts missed to secure a point. And he will feel exactly as you do that van Gerwen will mop up. Tops.
Oh, he dished some pain out there. Taking the 2 darts to set up, only the 1 dart available, but no error. Kim would have just been thinking, oh, I might have a chance back.
Well, the reality is that in very similar style to the match I mentioned in Brighton against Phil Taylor, that time he missed 3 darts to win and beat the power. This time 4 darts which have secured at least a draw and were given the opportunity to win in the 12th leg, and they all went begging. And that, I'm afraid, is the difference between staying in the Premier League and disappearing after judgment night. That is the kind of rarefied air you're competing in.
And he just answered a treble turn from Michael with one of his own. And Michael does no such thing against 2 big treble 20s. He'll have 6 darts. He won't need them probably.
Well, he can't finish, as John said, no matter what he threw.
92.
And he'll be back for 32. No finish for Huybrechts. So van Gerwen now can return to the Premier League after that hiatus due to the back problem with a win. He wants double 16. And van Gerwen returns with a victory. Huybrechts will rue missed starts in the 11th leg. He had 4 chances to at least draw this match, but NVG was there to pounce and pick up the points. Van Gerwen back with a bang, back with a win in Glasgow.
Yeah, survived the scare. I missed a couple of those early on in the game, and I think my scoring was good, and but I couldn't really hurt him, to be fair. And I was waiting for him to make a mistake, and because Kim played really well, I think his scoring power was there. A couple of nice finishing, 76, 96, and you really think, come on, Mike, you need to do an extra step. And I'm quite lucky to walk away with 2 points, to be fair. He had 3 clear darts and he missed, and I took advantage of that, but that's how darts is, and what can you do?
Is it a sigh of relief? You're just relieved to have got the 2 points on the board?
Yeah, of course, it's always nice to win 2 points, but I think I also played well. I don't know what my average was on the end, but I think it was good over the 100, and what was it? You know the average? No, but I think it was a good game, and scoring power was there from both of us, and he put me under pressure constantly. Of course, I didn't play darts for 2 weeks, and for me that's a long time, so I had to get back him in the rim, but I'm really glad I won this one.
Ready for Rotterdam and Phil Taylor?
Yeah, of course, I'm ready for everyone, but there was some game, and I'm really glad I won this one. It was really important for myself, also for my confidence.
Well done, we'll see you in Rotterdam, well done.
Thank you very much.
You get the impression he enjoyed that. 106.303 to average, the high.